Residents of Grantham say a coronial inquest into southeast Queensland's flood deaths is yet to give them the answers they need. The coroner is examining the deaths of 22 people in Toowoomba and the Lockyer Valley during January's deluge, and the 3 people whose bodies were never recovered.
James Perry, his wife and 9-year-old son were swept from the Warrego Highway by rising floodwaters on the 10th. Jennifer Thorncraft became separated from her family when the floating car approached live power lines. The inquest heard that shortly afterwards, James Perry frantically pushed his son to safety on top of a floating cattle feed bin, but couldn't save himself. The wagon the family had used as a life raft was found 6 days after the flood. James Perry's body never was. He's one of 3 people still missing almost 10 months on from the tragedy.
Some family members have actually made comment that this process has actually been more difficult than the day itself.
Christopher Face was staying in Grantham when a wave of floodwaters came crashing through the township. Family and friends who've travelled to Brisbane from the Lockyer Valley broke down as the inquest heard witnesses' descriptions of the Grantham house suddenly exploding under the impact of the floodwaters. Elizabeth Fraser's sister and nephew died after they were swept from the house.
It just brings everything back to where you're back in that day again, and it's all there again, all over again, without all the answers.
For people in the Lockyer Valley, the pain is still raw.
Some families are so distraught they can't even be here to listen to the evidence that's been given about their loved ones.
And the disasters have been made more painful by an inquest some say has given them only a week to prepare statements.
We were just caught up in a natural disaster that is turning into a disaster of finding out the inadequacies of agencies.
The inquest's final day of hearings will be held tomorrow. Lauren Day, ABC News, Brisbane.